What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? Man, I'm over this joint trying to multitask. I got another phone here trying to upload content. I've been slacking, yo. I gotta make sure I get on it, man. This content creation is the wave, you feel me? Crazy talk. But nah, what I'm saying, there's so many ways to get paid. We gotta get to it, man. This stupid thing don't work right. Where the money at? How y'all getting paid today? You getting paid today? I mean, Instagram fun and everything, but we gotta get bread, you feel me? If we ain't getting no money, they're gonna look at us funny. It's messed up, but it is what it is, man. It took me some time to realize that, for real. Like, you be thinking people gonna love you for you. Ah! Yo, that's funny. Tell another joke. Tell another joke, cuz. So you trying to tell me you gonna be in life, be in a relationship with somebody who's gonna love you for you? I used to think the same thing, man. I really did. I used to think like, don't nothing matter. I just gotta find somebody who's gonna love me for me, and my life's gonna be easier. I'll be able to get the money that I need, and then be able to, grow from there because I'm already in love. America's a strange place, man. It's a strange world. Like, I see why people come here. They get the money, and then they buy stuff other places. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like the way I'm about to try to move. Like, come to America, which I ain't got no choice because I'm the descendant of a slave. So I have no other place to go. Even though, I be going to the Caribbean on vacations. I love it, yo, going to the Caribbean. But when I'm here in America, since I ain't got no other place to go, just focus on getting the bread, man. And becoming the best version of myself that I can. Because I'm about to be 40 next year. And it's like, I enjoy working, but I know people who are like 60 getting up early in the morning and going to work, which is cool if that's what you want to do. But, yo, I just feel like life is got a little bit more to it than just working and dying, especially in America, man. I used to work at a mortgage company, and I would talk to older people, and they would say that they purchased their house a long time ago. They got it at a good price, but they retired, and they're on fixed income. And as you know, things go up. Taxes go up, insurance goes up, cost of food goes up, the maintenance goes up. And these people who work their whole lives find themselves in a messed up situation where they can't afford the home that they live in. Yeah, that's real. It says, Arthur said, you can work to live or live to work. Choose one. And I feel the same way. Like, I see a lot of people working, but they just buying stuff that's unnecessary. Like, ever since Amazon, bro, I seen so many people get package after package, and they be like, "Oh, I forgot I ordered this." And it's like, dang, yo, you just working to get these people your money because you seen something online, and I do it too because it's crazy. You know what I mean? You press buy now, and then they dropping it off a little bit later on in the day, the same day sometimes. Like, so it's like, what are we really spending our money on? So like you said, if we working to live, then I mean, I guess it's not that bad. But if we living just to work, man, you know, we living, we working, we getting stuff just to say, like, you know, I'm able to afford this foreign car, I'm able to afford all this jewelry, or, you know what I'm saying? Well, when we get older and we die, we can't take it with us. We can't take it with us. Yeah, nah, for real. Said I'm like shattered glass. I'm sharp, but I'm broken. And once we broken, I feel like ain't no way for us to get put back together. I realized that too. You know, I'm a little broken. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have the resources that's needed that I should have had a long time ago that would make my life a little bit better. You know, as we grow, we picking up the resources here and there. And it's like, dang, if I'd have had these tools back in my late teens, early 20s, my life would have been amazing. But you know what I mean? A lot of us are broken, and we just, you know, we sharp from the experience that we got, but we still kind of traumatized. Oh yeah, for sure, it's definitely gonna get better. It's always gonna get better. But it's like, you know, that's why I be on here. You know, hopefully the experiences that I've been through might be able to help somebody else to avoid the same pitfalls. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'd be like, dang, man. And I've been on YouTube for a while, but, you know, now it's a lot of self-help stuff on here, and people trying to just motivate other people. And it's like a community, you know what I mean? And when I was growing up, I ain't had no community like that. We had people that lived in the neighborhood, but where you donate $200 to? We had people that lived in the neighborhood, but you know what I mean? We wasn't working together to see each other grow. You know what I'm saying? We was just living and enjoying time and spending time with each other. But if we had a community and we were working to try to make each other's lives better, man, we would have been probably so much further along than we are right now. And I still remember being influenced by the media and the music. So when I see young kids doing dumb stuff, I kind of have empathy for them, because it's like, man, you know, I know they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They're just doing what they think is the trendy. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they think they need to be doing. Like I think I said yesterday, like, you know, a lot of bad habits I picked up just being around other people, smoking, drinking, partying, lust. And it's like, now I look back and be like, man, why was I going out and getting drunk and smoking every weekend, going out to party, trying to find a chick that I don't even know? You know what I mean? That's foolish. I could have been using my time so much more purposeful. You know what I mean? I remember older people saying, time moves fast. Yeah, we're going to get through it. But if there's somebody here, or if I can reach somebody who's a little bit unsure, you know, I always want to drill into them. Not drilling them because, you know, sometimes I can be too forceful and I push people away. You know, but I always want to reassure them that, you know, you got a purpose. And, you know, whatever it is that you want to be, start asking yourself, what moves we got to make to become that person? And you know what I mean? Time moves very fast. So it's like, if I want to be a track star, I don't got time to be sitting around chilling, going out to parties, smoking, drinking, when I could be training, I could be learning, I could be making my body a machine. And you know, what's done in the dark always comes to the light, and that's good and bad. When we doing stuff bad in the dark, I realize that comes to the light too. So, you know what I mean? We think we getting away with it, but then time tells, like, man, you've been doing what you ain't supposed to be doing. But when you doing good stuff, it comes to the light. It comes to the light. People will be able to see what you've been doing in the dark, and then that's when you get truly appreciated, because they're like, wow, you put in all that work. And I hope, Tina, that you're right, because sometimes I ask God, like, man, why my life ain't hard, but it's just really complicated and it's really confusing, trying to put these things together. And it's like, man, why didn't I have the guidance when I was younger? Why I didn't have a father figure, or why I didn't have those resources or those tools? But I guess, like you said, I got to be broke to be fixed. God is definitely our savior. My fault, my phone was ringing. I don't know if it stopped the live. Nah, it's back up. Yeah, God is definitely our savior, and God is good. Sometimes I ask him, like, yeah, am I back now? I think I'm back now. Yeah, they called again. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I ask God, what's the purpose of all of this? And like, sometimes I ask God, is this really life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we really living, or is this just, man, I got a lot of wild thoughts, you know what I mean? Because it just seems, the world changed since COVID, you feel me? The world changed, and people aren't the same. And I've seen a lot of relationships dissolve, a lot of relationships I was in dissolve, fall apart. Even with, like, my mom, like, she was acting weird, my kids, myself. Sometimes I find myself real agitated and like, oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I so, so I had to figure out, man, I need to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you're right. I think God put me in isolation so I could realize that he's always going to be with me. He's always with us. You know what I mean? And it hurts. When you used to being around a lot of people, then COVID hit. And then me, I wasn't going out after COVID. Like, I go out here and there, but not like before where we want to go out every weekend. I go out just because I'm getting cabin fever and need to get out the house. But then I come back in and I'm stuck with my thoughts. And then, sometimes when I'm stuck with my thoughts, I feel like I hear the voice of God. And he's like, man, turn to me, turn to me, turn to me. I remember one day I was in the house just thinking, walking back and forth. I started to walk back and forth when I get in thought. And it's like I felt a hand on my shoulder, and I dropped down to my knees and I just started repenting and like crying and apologizing because, I kind of put God off to the side. You know what I mean? While I was out here doing what I was doing and trying to have fun and trying to live through my flesh, I put God off to the side. I knew he was there. You know what I mean? But it's like we take stuff for granted. We take stuff for granted when we get used to it. So, God's never forsaken me. He's never let me down. So I was like, I put God on the back burner, go live, go enjoy life. You only got one life. And I should have been focused on my family. I should have been focused on my family and everyone in it. You know what I mean? Level up. That way I can show God that I appreciate everything that he's given me and that I don't need more. Give him a little bit of gratitude. But I was focusing on, like, let me get more. Let me conquer this. Let me conquer this. Let me hustle here so I could do this. And I wasn't spending time with my family. I was letting a divide come between us. And, now I'm really trying to rebuild everything. But I'm thankful because that situation brought me closer to God. That situation opened my eyes to realize, man, my family, without them, a fancy car don't mean nothing. A good job don't mean nothing. Like, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? What am I working for? To have all this nice stuff and not have somebody to enjoy it with, even though, being in relationships and having families not everything, but it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It is a blessing. And I think the modern world that we live in, we put success and the hustle culture over everything. And that's just not the way to go. So, yeah, it's just a little bit of motivation I wanted to drop today. I I had a thought that I wanted to get off my chest, and I wanted to come live a little bit more because sometimes I get caught up in my own thoughts. And thank you for hopping on, Tina and Arthur and everybody else. Sima, against my odds. I appreciate y'all coming in and tapping in and chatting with me. Cause believe it or not, you made my day a lot easier. You let me get some things off of my mind. And I feel blessed, blessed to have y'all, blessed to have my family, blessed to have my job, blessed to be breathing this beautiful oxygen, to be free. You know what I mean? Not to be in any kind of like situation where it's like, my situation is just frustrating. Like I said, it's not too hard, it's just frustrating, it's complicated. But this too shall pass, you know what I mean? There's some people, they don't know when their life is going to turn the corner. I don't know when my life's going to turn the corner, but I know this ain't going to kill me. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't going to destroy me. So, return our property. What property is that? Return. What's the next letter? See, we get people like this who get so frustrated with life that he wants to take their frustrations out on me. But I'm not going to fall for that. Like, I don't even know. Here, let me go ahead and I think I can remove you. See, I'm trying to learn this stuff. Let me put you in timeout. Yo, what's cracking? How you feeling? We on here talking about how, you know what I mean, we just gotta stay focused, stay motivated, because it's Monday and it's a lot going on in the world. Shit, that's good to hear. Abdu, ain't nobody staring at you, bro. You came over here. Nah, we ain't hiring. I've been trying to get a few people on, but I'm really trying to start this box truck business for real. Trying to start a box truck business. I'm trying to work and get paid more the more work I do, you know what I'm saying? I was working in corporate America for a little bit. I was working at a bank, customer service, and working with people with their mortgages. So I learned a lot about finances and stuff, but you got to play the game out here, man. Jump from job to job, position to position, get different skills. That's life. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I know people who got major degrees. They've been working for their company for 20, 30 years and they got laid off because of the economy. So ain't nothing guaranteed, man. You gotta think, man. Use your big head. I gotta start using my big head, not my little head, to make all my decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me messed up, yo. That thinking with the wrong head, but we gonna make it happen. As you can see, I'm at work. I just stopped in to do a little live, man. Thank y'all for coming on. I'm gonna do this more often. Y'all go ahead and subscribe or follow or whatever it's called, and I'm gonna hop on a little later. Yeah, the little head be trouble, Thomas. Man, I could tell you a whole bunch of stories. That little head and got me in a whole rack of trouble that I'm still trying to get out till this day. But shoot, I gotta get out of here before I get fired or something. I appreciate you, Willis.